whites only. So it looks like there's a community up in Ozark that is basically returning to the land, is what they said. And it's a white only group, white only land. So we're going to get into that and watch a little bit of this next video. So let's see what it's talking about. So let's jump into it. So we get right over here. So let's jump into that.
We are driving deep into the Ozark Mountains. The group's leaders are not from Arkansas, and they've chosen these remote parts for a reason. All the locals I spoke to knew only a little about the group, if anything.
I don't necessarily agree with it, but that's not my choice.
Yeah, but do you think they should have the freedom to do it?
That's what they want to do.
I think it's kind of a little fishy around here, but just be safe.
The leader of the group is called Eric Orwell, and he's invited me to spend a few days with them.
Hey, Eric.
This is a long. This is a long video, so we're not going to watch the whole thing, but we'll get the gist of everything. So
what he is doing here is entirely legal, and that's key, because if it is, it could be a blueprint for many other communities to come.
Welcome to the Ozarks.
Thank you very much.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture. Yeah, not just white, but white American.
But what this sounds like is bringing back segregation. Is that a fair assessment?
Well, it's free association. So we're not trying to keep other people down. This is a small settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
But they are being kept out.
You don't let everyone into your home.
160 acres taking shape, forest cleared, roads laid, cabins built. Around 40 people live here. Hundreds more from across the world have paid to be members. And I'm intrigued to find out what motivates people to give up their old lives for this.
We met here.
Oh, you met here? Okay, so you came here.
I met her on like day 3.
Oh my God, what a story. It beats Tinder, doesn't it?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
David and Caitlin not only met here, they got married last month. And they wouldn't be here without social media.
Somebody had posted a video of Eric.
Yeah.
I saw videos of them actually building stuff on the land. I was like, oh man, I gotta come check this out.
And I figure if there's nothing else like this in the country, it should at least exist.
Yeah.
Do people really think that we should never be able to choose our neighbors?
It wouldn't be controversial for any other racial group to do the same thing.
I think it'd be quite controversial.
Well, if you don't have rules against it, then, anyone of any race can come and be your neighbor, and they're watching the news, which is telling you that white people are, the cause of all your problems and all the ills of society, and suddenly, your children are much less safe because there's a lot of violence, anti-white violence happening to white people and white children. And so
specifically.
Now, like I said, not like I said, but at the end of the day, if they own the land, it's their private property, they can decide on whoever wants to live there. It doesn't look like a place I want to stay. So, if they want to do that, now I've heard both black people, I've heard Jewish people all talking about having their own community. Amish, they're people, they have their own community. If you're not Amish, you're not going to live there. They're not, it doesn't sound like that they think they're better than anybody. There just seems that they want to choose their neighbors. Now, that's my initial thinkings of it. That's where they want to stay. That's where they want to stay. It doesn't look like I want to stay there. But yeah, hey, they own the land. They pay the property taxes. They get to decide what they want to do with the land. They only want to have white people there. They can only have white people there. Just like if some black man or black woman buys a bunch of land and they only want to have black people on the land. It's their right. Jewish people can do the same thing. It's up to you. It's not like they're Now, if they start like burning crosses and wearing KKK masks and lynching people, then that needs to be broken up and they all need to go to jail. But if they just want to live there and they only want to live with white people, let them do what they want to do. I mean, doesn't affect me at all. Not one bit. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. Let's keep watching a little bit more of this video.
Sort of motivated by racism against white people. What sort of things? The heavens are about to.
I'd like to continue talking, but the rain starts and it comes down hard. The residents shelter in their cabins and night falls. The next morning. This is how the average weekend works at Return to the Land, or RTTL, what they call a work party, made up of residents, but also new recruits who have come to check out the project. It is hot, hard work. To join RTTL, you have to sign up to the Private Members Association, or PMA. And there are strict criteria for membership, as Scott Thomas, a board member and one of the founding fathers here, explains.
You have to be a PMA member to live here.
Yeah.
So you have to be someone of European heritage.
The group's logo, based on a Nordic rune, draws on that heritage. It is the PMA that the group believes makes this all legal. Once members have been vetted on ethnicity and other grounds, they can buy shares in the Limited Liability Company, or LLC. Those shares translate to acres of land that they can build on. Peter Seri is the brains behind the legal side of things.
Civil Rights Act is there for a reason, and this is a way around it.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll survive contact with the legal system, the courts, if it came to that?
Hopefully.
Do you think it's racist or not? Do you reject that term? Do you embrace it?
I don't know about that term. I mean, people use it in a lot of different ways. I'm sure there's a lot of people on the internet who would call me racist. I don't really know or care whether that term applies to me or not. Maybe.
Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, I almost don't know what racist means anymore. Like it's you call it racist.
A prejudice towards someone who's from a different ethnicity.
Well, actually, the modern definition of racism, according to critical race theory, all white people are racist automatically.
I've never believed that.
A lot of this is reaction to left-wing identity politics, critical race theory, and movements like Black Lives Matter. And fundamentally, this is identity politics, but white identity politics. And what they're building here is a safe space for people of European ancestry.
It's exclusionary, it's sort of an attempt at segregation.
Right.
Is that fair?
Probably.
Self-segregation.
While the men
they
labour
wanna
at
do.
the roadside, the women of Return to the Land are at work too, looking after the 6 children who live and are homeschooled here full-time. And they're preparing food for the weekly community dinner. The theme tonight, colonial.
I don't know, dinner's really important. I like feeding people, so I didn't want to put this off any longer than I already had.
Back in the day.
Now, let me say this. Now, if they believe that white people are superior, or they think that are the superior race and they're teaching their kids that they should treat other races as inferior, then yes, this is an absolutely wrong place. But if they're just want to be only around white people for some reason, I think that, like I said, I think they're limiting themselves, but I don't see anything wrong with they buy the land and they can decide on who lives there. I mean, that's the whole thing of ownership of the land. If I buy land, I get to decide on who lives to live on my land. That's as simple as that. You can say anything you want about it, but if for some reason that someone buys some land and they wanted only black people or only Jewish people on their land, that is what that's what they get to do. It's as simple as that. But let's keep going and watch a little bit more of this.
When we first got the land here, there were only about 5 guys. I was living 40 minutes from here, and Jennifer was the first, family to be on the land full time. So we started community dinners back then, and it would be pretty relaxed because there weren't many people. But it is nice. It's slowly growing. So
They've come here to live for a variety of reasons, but their dedication to the mission is absolute.
My name's Nikki, N-I-K-I. I'm 32.
Cool.
I'm a lady.
My name's Allison, Alison. I'm 29.
Right.
And Caitlin, Caitlin. I'm 31.
I think people just have a large misunderstanding of what's happening here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the biggest misunderstanding?
Well,
That we hate everyone else. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not about that
Yeah,
by any
it's
means.
it's a loving movement.
I mean, on that aspect of it being loving, I suppose the counter argument would be it could be a very loving community if you're part of the community, but if you're black, or if you're Jewish, or if you're gay, you can't be part of that community.
They can have their own communities, and they already do, and I think that's great for them. If other people are allowed to do it, I don't really see why whites aren't allowed to do it. It doesn't make any sense.
But the goal is to have lots of these communities and for it maybe not to be rural, for there to be cities on the same basis, right?
Yeah, that would be neat. I look forward to seeing how this movement grows over time.
A full white city where it's only white people, that gets a little much. I mean, that gets a little much. Now, if for some reason someone bought an entire town, basically like what they're doing here, if they bought an entire town and they own the town, all right, then end of the day, they can decide on who gets to be there. It's their property. It's private property. So they get to decide who's there.
There are other ways to increase numbers. Nikki, Caitlin and Allison all met their partners at the community. And RTTL is explicit about this. It has an online fundraiser to give cash rewards to parents of newborns as a means to incentivize population growth. Just before we arrived, they had donated $1,000 to a family for having their 6th child.
Is that part of the mission as well, to sort of have big families, to make the community bigger? Is there a sort of pressure there?
I don't think so. I don't feel particularly myself, I don't feel any pressure to like have a big family. I think there's a kind of expectation here that you do want to, as part of helping grow this thing, that you're going to have kids.
There's not a lot to show around here. I basically just have the whole pasture area.
Peter is unattached.
Now, that's enough of that. We basically get the gist of it. It doesn't sound like that they hate. Basically sounds like they want their own place for white people. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's, like I said, if they were out there spewing that all black people are below them, all Jewish people are below them, then they start burning flags, holding KKK rallies and stuff like that, then yeah, I'm starting to see a problem here. It shouldn't be like that. But if they just want to buy them a small place, own the land, pay the property taxes, and they control who was their neighbor, hey, let them be. It doesn't look like a place I want to live. Not at all. Now, if you're the type who, yeah, you want to live here and they're stopping you from live there, I mean, why do you want to live there? Why do you want to be in a place that no one wants you around? Is it just for the fact that you feel like you have a right to be anywhere you want to? Now, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that this is wrong? Do you think that they're racist? Do you care that they want to live all together with just white people? I mean, yeah, it's I don't know. I think it doesn't matter to me. It really does not affect me. Now, will it get different if they try to do this in a whole city? Yes. No, you can't do that. At least that's my thoughts. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you think it's wrong? Are you fine with it? Or you just don't care like I do? Just let me know what your thinking is. Now we're gonna pivot over to Dallas-Fort Worth. So it looks like an inmate in the jail was charged. All right, everybody, remember this is AC